Are multiple camera modules in smartphones just for zooming? How can we use them better to take sharper photos and express emotions more effectively through our images? Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Sina, and in this video we're gonna get more familiar with camera modules in smartphones. These days, almost every phone you buy comes with at least 2 camera modules, and some even have up to 5. Except for latest release iPhone 16e. Good job, Apple. Each of these cameras has a specific function, and in this video we're gonna dive deeper into how they work. Since each camera creates a different effect in photos, we want to figure out how to use them in the best possible way to get better shots. If you look at a professional camera lens, you'll notice it has a ring that you can rotate to adjust its length. When you do this, you're either zooming in or out on the subject. The problem with smartphone cameras is that they don't have a space for camera lens that extends or retracts. Imagine if you bought a phone with a camera that physically got longer when you zoomed in. That wouldn't be very practical. Samsung actually tried this once with Galaxy S4 Zoom, which was basically a camera with a SIM card slot. It looked odd and most people weren't interested in carrying a bulky phone, so they dropped the idea. Since smartphones can't have an extending lens, manufacturers started adding multiple fixed cameras with different zoom levels. That's how multi-module smartphones became a thing. For 3 camera modules smartphone, think of it like this. One camera module is just like using a professional lens without adjusting the zoom level. Another camera is like zooming in all the way, and third camera is somewhere in between. To bridge the gap between, phones use digital zoom, which basically means cropping and enlarging the image using AI. For example, on my Galaxy S21 FE, when I open the camera app, I see 3 zoom options: 0.5x, 1x, and 3x. Basically, that means my phone has 3 camera modules. When I start at 1x and slowly zoom in, when I reach 2x, the phone is just cropping and enlarging the image. But when I hit 3x, it switches to the dedicated 3x zoom camera. That's why you sometimes see a slight jump in the image. Because of this, for example, for my phone Galaxy S21 FE that has 3x dedicated camera zoom, it's not ideal to take picture at 2.9x zoom. The phone is using digital zoom, meaning it's cropping the image from 1x camera module, blowing it off with AI and losing quality in the process. We have the same logic to take picture at 0.9x zoom with my phone, because it will crop the image from 0.5x camera module, and of course it will lose the quality. A smarter approach is to take a step back to your subject so you can use the exact camera that matches your zoom level instead of relying on digital zoom. Another issue with multi-camera phones is that they've made people lazy. I often see people standing in one spot, zooming in and out instead of physically moving. That's a mistake because each camera creates a different perspective in the photo. Most smartphones today have 3 main cameras: wide or 1x zoom, the standard camera usually with the best quality; ultrawide 0.5x to 0.8x zoom level, captures larger scene and adds depth; telephoto 2x, 3x or 5x zoom level, zooms in on subjects but flattens the background. The ultrawide camera captures a much bigger view, making objects up close look closer and background elements seem farther away, creating a deeper, more dramatic effect. This is why GoPro cameras, which are ultrawide, make extreme sports videos look so intense. That's why the ultrawide camera shines when you use it for landscape photography, because of the depth it creates. But ultrawide cameras aren't good for portraits. Since the nose is the closest to the camera, it seems closer and bigger than normal. The ears, which are farther back, seem smaller and more distant. The result will be the stretched out face that most people won't like. Instead, for portraits, it's better to use telephoto cameras, 2, 3 or 5x zoom. These lenses don't distort the image, making faces look more natural and proportionate. That's why telephoto cameras create flat images, which are great for portraits. Beginner photographers often stay in one spot and zoom in and out, expecting great results. But professional photographers move around adjusting their position based on the effect they want. If you want depth in your photo, use the ultrawide lens, but not for faces. If you want realistic, flattering portraits, use the telephoto lens and step back. If you want a balanced, natural perspective, use the main 1x camera. Since each camera creates a different mode, it's best to move around and pick the right one for the shot. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like and share it. Drop your comment down below. Don't forget to check out the channel, and if you liked it, subscribe it. I see you in the next one.